At our destination, we had to deboard the plane.
Pause for effect.
Lights, camera, and it all goes wrong. Welcome to Watch Mojo UK, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 most awkward live UK TV moments. Before we begin, if you enjoy this video, be sure to subscribe for more great content. For this list, we've gathered the cringiest and most embarrassing moments from some of Britain's most prominent live TV shows. From newsreader fails to talent show mix-up, it's all here and it's all excruciating to watch.
Look at the morning's papers, but for now, goodbye.
Number 10, Simon Cowell gets egged, Britain's Got Talent.
This is my quest to follow that star, no matter how hopeless.
Like it or loathe them, talent shows are prime-time weekend viewing, and Simon Cowell is top dog for the format. But the final for Britain's Got Talent 2013 won headlines for reasons other than the acts. Violinist Natalie Holt staged an eggy protest against Cowell's influence over the entertainment industry, taking literal aim at the TV judge. While singers Richard and Adam maintained their composure with a plucky performance, Natalie emptied her egg box for an audience of millions. We would roll with an egg-based pun, but we're just too chicken.
I did actually send a tweet out yesterday saying I don't like eggs, and I really don't like eggs now. I have no idea what that was about, so whoever's watching, I do apologise.
Number 9, How's Adam? EastEnders.
Lucy.
Heading into EastEnders Live Week in 2015, you can forgive the cast for feeling a little nervous. Not only were wedding bells ringing for Jane and Ian, but Albert Square had become consumed by one of the show's longest running mysteries: who killed Lucy? So, all in all, Joe Joyner's now famous slip was fairly inconsequential, but hilarious all the same.
I couldn't miss your big day, could I? Even if it does mean bumping into the bold ginger one. How's Adam?
When asking after Ian Beale, she accidentally refers to the actor who plays him, Adam Woodyatt. No wonder Jane looks mortified. Hasn't Ian been through enough already?
I've got nothing left. I've got nothing left.
Number 8, the Piers and Katie sing-off, Good Morning Britain.
Wobbled a bit at the end, but I thought the early part was good.
What will you try then? What talent do you do?
While they are two of TV's most unpredictable and divisive celebrities, few Good Morning Britain viewers will have expected to hear this over their breakfast.
I've got you.
Right, turn off. I think we're coming up for a break.
Katie Price stopped by the GMB sofa in July 2017 on a promo tour for her new single, I Got You.
Touch me like no one else.
But Piers was unimpressed, promptly suggesting that he could do a better job. And so begins the both of them flexing their vocal cords in an effort to outdo each other.
I've got a you.
Okay. Yeah. I've got you.
Right, shut up.
Susanna Reid is head in hands in the background, and is it any wonder?
I think we should do a duet.
No thanks.
Pricey and
Not
Piers.
you.
Piers
No,
and
thanks.
Pricey. Actually,
Nah, you're too old, Piers.
Number 7, the Sky Sports sex toy, Sky Sports News. Perhaps more than any other live event, football's transfer deadline day seems almost guaranteed to give us some sort of live on-air indiscretion. A hotbed for all kinds of hullabaloo, we've had the Randy fans in Norwich and the blow-up doll at Aston Villa.
Premier League season for best start to a Premier League season.
But we've given the nod to Alan Irwin at Everton. He's partway through his piece to camera when a brazen fan invades the shot with a risque prop. A flash of purple, and it's red faces all round. Number 6, Eamonn interviews David Blaine, GMTV.
Of course, you're famous in this country as well for appearing in a car advert, doing tricks as well. Card tricks. Excellent.
Back in 2001, the magician David Blaine had become one of the world's most talked about people.
I wanted to get out of there, but they wouldn't pay any attention to me because they were listening to my initial order, which was don't take me out early under any circumstance.
So, fresh out of his Frozen in Time stunt, performed in November 2000, he stopped by GMTV to give us a chance to see what all the fuss was about. Not that he gave a lot away.
Are you an illusionist? Are you a trickster? What is it? Are you a stuntman? What are you? How would you describe yourself?
I'm just a showman.
Interviewed by Eamonn Holmes, Blaine cuts an eerie, moody and unresponsive character, leaving Holmes to scratch around for something to say.
What is that? What is the eye in the hand? Let's see that again.
Protection.
Protection. What does that mean?
Protection from death.
Oh.
In fairness, Eamonn does a fine job, and even welcomed Blaine back for a rematch in 2003.
And now, a message for David Blaine.
Number 5, Chris Kamara and the red card, Gillette Soccer Saturday.
To Fratton Park, where there's been a red card, but for who, Chris Kamara?
A leading reporter around the grounds for the football results show Soccer Saturday, Cammy has become one of the programme's biggest draws, thanks in large part to his occasional tendency to completely mess things up.
He's popping up with the header. Ah, it's a goal. It's a goal, Jeff. Is it David Healy's running away? Andy Durstall's playing on. Sorry, my monitor's down again.
The red card at Portsmouth is easily his most famous mix-up, though.
I don't know, Jeff, has it? I must have missed that. Red card?
Although he's meant to be watching the game, Chris has clearly been distracted, or perhaps he's just confused by the rules. Either way, it's hilarious.
Get your fingers out and count up the number of Portsmouth players who are on the field.
No, you're right. I saw him go off, but I thought they were bringing a sub on, Jeff.
Number 4, Olly Murs has a nightmare, the X Factor.
We've just heard Monica and Anton sing, and now we'll ask each judge who they want to send home tonight.
In the event of a tie, we'll go to deadlock and revert back to the public vote.
In a bid to reinvent itself in 2015, the X Factor did away with its recognised presenter Dermot O'Leary, replacing him with Olly Murs and Caroline Flack. The pair provoked endless criticism throughout the series, but this particular moment was car crash TV at its finest.
Okay, so Simon, over to you. Of course, if you choose to send Monica home, then she will leave the competition immediately. If you choose to go with Anton, we will go back to the public vote and to deadlock.
With 2 contestants awaiting their fate and an audience on tenterhooks, Murs manages to read the results way too early.
So just to clarify, I did say we go to deadlock, but unfortunately, Monica, you are going home, I'm afraid. So Anton...
No, Ollie, she's not, no.
Oh, she's not going to vote,
no,
sorry.
We're going to deadlock.
Okay, sorry, I got that wrong. Sorry, my fault.
A gaffe which led to speculation that the show was fixed, Dermot was promptly reinstated for the following year.
The act who received the fewest votes from the public and will be leaving the competition tonight is... It's Monica Michael.
Number 3, broken news, BBC News at 10. A veteran news anchor, Hugh Edwards, thought he'd seen it all. And then this happened. BBC News went into a mini meltdown in June 2017, when a technical glitch caused the show to open in chaos. Breaking news graphics bombarded our screens in between a barrage of unexplained images, all while Hugh sits deep in thought waiting to begin. There's a click of the mouse, a couple of grimaces, a quick game of noughts and crosses, until after 4 fantastically awkward minutes, he finally delivers the headlines.
Tonight at 10, jobs and prosperity must come first in any Brexit deal.
Number 2, Guy Goma, BBC News 24.
And the growth of music online. Well, Guy Cuny is the editor of the technology website News Wireless. Hello, good morning to you.
Good morning.
In May 2006, Guy Goma visited the Beeb for a job interview in the IT department. Instead, he was interviewed live on air as a tech guru. In a world-famous case of mistaken identity, producers confused him for Guy Cuny, an actual technology expert, before rushing him through makeup and sitting him alongside presenter Karen Bowman.
I came, they told me something else, and I'm coming. You got an interview there, so it's a big surprise anyway.
A big surprise.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The best bit, Guy goes and answers Karen's questions, and he's quite convincing.
Actually, if you can go everywhere, you're gonna see a lot of people downloading to the internet.
Goma wasn't successful with the job he'd originally applied for, but he did become an overnight celebrity.
We do have a slight unfair advantage here because this gentleman came on my show. You put down Guy Goma, who was the man... You were working as a driver, weren't you, sir, I believe?
Silver linings and all that.
Well, thank you so much for coming in, ladies and gentlemen. Guy Goma.
Number 1, the Skype interview, BBC World News.
I'm sure by now you've all seen that video. It's everywhere. It's the one with the 2 kids that interrupt the dad's interview. No matter how many times you see it, it just is always fun to watch.
When Professor Robert Kelly was invited onto BBC News to discuss Korean politics in 2017, he might have expected a serious exchange. But as we've seen, live TV doesn't always work like that, and his interview turned farcical in just a few short seconds. First, he's interrupted by his daughter, then his son, and then his wife.
It's going to be for the region.
My apologies. He and his family went viral when everything that could go wrong did go wrong.
Every time I watch the video, I learn something new. Like if you look closely, you can see that the mom's pants are unbuttoned. Watch when she comes in. All right.
While a follow-up interview went some way toward explaining what happened, it's the ultimate in awkward and hilarious television.
I would be surprised if they do. Pardon me.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from Watch Mojo UK and subscribe for more great content.